Hello, and welcome to Miss Hope's Reading Hour. So glad to be here with you on this fabulous FRI-YAY, the fabulous FRI-YAY. So, first fabulous FRI-YAY of 2021. Welcome, everybody. So glad to be here with you. I am Miss Hope, of course. So glad that I am able to be with you on this first fabulous FRI-YAY of the year. Okay? Now, my friends, this has been kind of a little bit of a crazy week, but as you may have seen from the teaser, what better way to get to the end of a crazy week? Might feel a little tense, might feel a little tight. We could laugh a little bit. And what would make you laugh more than seeing Miss Hope possibly get tongue-tied with some Dr. Seuss books? Yes, you saw it. Dr. Seuss books today. Three of them. But today is going to be a 4-book day. You know how we are about the 4-book days. Sometimes you're like, I don't know if we're going to get through all 4 books. And we get through them all. We do them all. We read them all together. And we get through everything, right? So today is a 4-book fabulous FRI-YAY. And it is all about Dr. Seuss. So I do not have to tell you, I don't have to tell you different authors, except for one, of course, for our chapter book, right? So all of the other books are by Dr. Seuss. Now, my friends, let's get past this so we can get to the books. This music that you are hearing and the wonderful books that we will be reading, unfortunately, Miss Hope does not own the rights to those books or to this music, but they are here for your listening and reading enjoyment, as they are every time that we come on. Welcome everyone from Facebook and YouTube and Periscope and Instagram. Welcome. So glad that you are all here. We are all here to hear all of these great books. My young ones, my older young ones, my friends, my teacher friends, my parent teacher friends. Everybody is welcome who loves to hear great books. Now, speaking of those great books, we have read through a lot of books. Did I tell you? I don't think I did, because I did this over the break while we were not with one another. Do you know that since April, when we started Miss Hope's Reading Hour, and I have not counted all of the books, I've counted a lot of them. I did not count them all. We have read through over 200 books since April. And we've been doing it. At first, we started out every day of the week. Then we had to go to 3 days a week when I knew I had to start going back to working in school. But can you believe that? Over 200 books. It's a lot of books we've read together. And I'm so glad that I got to read them with all of you. Okay? Now, let us get to these Dr. Seuss books. Which books are we reading today? Dr. Seuss wrote a whole bunch of books, okay? And we've read several of those. But we are reading 3 today. The first one, There's a Wocket in My Pocket, of course, by Dr. Seuss. We are reading this one. This is a newer one, a new one that I bought with donations, okay? Also, we will be reading The Things You Can Think, of course, by Dr. Seuss. We did read The Places You'll Go Now we will read, the thinks you can think. What thinks can you think? Let's figure that one out. And we did read The Cat in the Hat, but we did not read The Cat in the Hat Comes Back. Now, the story was crazy when the Cat in the Hat was there the first time. What happens when the Cat in the Hat comes back, my friends? We will find out today. And of course, we have to go back to finding out who stole New Year's Eve. And this book is by Martha Freeman. Last year, in the month of December, we read Who is Stealing the 12 Days of Christmas by the same author. Now we're going to find out who stole New Year's Eve. My friends, we have 4 books that we are reading today, but Miss Hope's Reading Hour will be going on, and we do need more books. So anyone who wants to donate to Miss Hope's Reading Hour, how do you do that? Let me tell you. So as you can see on this here ticker down here, you can donate via Cash App, or if you want to give a digital gift card, you can send those by email. The Cash App is HopeGM, HOPEGM, all one word, all lowercase. That is the Cash App. Any amount will be greatly appreciated and will be completely used to get books for Miss Hope's Reading Hour. Or you can send those digital gift cards to the email that is in the ticker. All right. Now, my friends, let us get to the first book that we are reading. There's a locket in my pocket. Okay. There is a locket in my pocket. Did you ever have the feeling there's a wasket in your basket? Look at that little thing in the basket. Okay. Or a Noro in your bureau, or a wasset in your closet. Okay. See, Dr. Seuss introduces us to a whole lot of new things we never knew about. Sometimes I feel quite certain there's a jerkin in the curtain. I don't even want to know what those long legs are attached to. Sometimes I have the feeling there's a zlock behind the clock. You see that little thing? And that Zelf up on that shelf, I talked to him myself. Whoa, that's kind of big. That's the kind of house I live in. There's an ink in the sink and a zamp in the lamp, and they're rather nice, I think. Well, they don't seem mean. Some of them are very friendly, like the Zot in the pot. But that Yottle in the bottle, some are friendly, some are not. I like the Zabel on the table and the Gare under the chair. But that Bofa on the sofa, well, I wish he wasn't there. Some pretty interesting looking creatures. All those nutbirds in the cupboards, they're fun to have about. But that noothbrush on my toothbrush, him, I could do without. The only one I'm really scared of is that bug under the rug. I think I might be a little scared of that too. I'm like, what is that thing under the rug? And that Quimney up the chimney, I don't like him at all. And it makes me sort of nervous when that Zal scoots down the hall. But the yeps on the steps, they're great fun to have around. And so are many, many other friends that I have found. Where do you find these things? What kind of house do you live in? Like the Teller and the Neller and the Geller and the Deller and the Beller and the Weller and the Zeller in the cellar. Those are a lot of little things in the cellar. I don't know that I would necessarily want to go down there. And the Geeling on the ceiling and the Zower in my shower. Oh, now the one in the shower is pretty big. And the Zillow on my pillow. I don't care if you believe it. That's the kind of house I live in. And I hope we never leave it. The end. Can you imagine having all those things in your house? Especially in the cellar, aka the basement, okay? It might be a little crazy. Welcome, viewer from Periscope. Thank you, Pop Daddy 3. Welcome. Hopefully you and your little ones enjoy Miss Hope's reading hour. All right, so next one by Dr. Seuss. Oh, the thinks. You can think. You can think up some birds. That's what you can do. You can think about yellow or think about blue. Well, they are yellow birds wearing blue. You can think about red. You can think about pink. You can think up a horse. Oh, the thinks you can think. I was wondering if the horse was going to be pink and red. Oh, the thinks you can think up if only you try. If you try, you can think up a guff going by. Well, look at that. Is the guff the guy holding the guy with all the balls? Well, the thing with all the balls? Or is that the guff? The guff might have an attendant who holds all of his little round pieces. And you don't have to stop. You can think about schlop. Schlop, schlop. Beautiful schlop. Beautiful schlop. With a cherry on top. Oh, wow. Look up there in the corner. That's the schlop. It looks like ice cream, but you never know. Something called schlop. Might not know what that tastes like. You can think about gloves. You can think about snubs. You can think a long time about snubs and their gloves. You can think about Kitty O'Sullivan Krause in her big balloon swimming pool over her house. Can you imagine a balloon swimming pool over your house. Anything is possible. Think of black water. Think up a white sky. Think up a boat. Think of blues blowing by. Oh, that would be crazy. Are they fish? What are they? You can think about night. A night in Nanook. The birds are asleep. And the 3 moons. Oh, excuse me. I pronounced that wrong. You can think about night. A night in Nanup. The birds are asleep. And the 3 moons are up. Dr. Seuss gets me every time. He gets me every time. I think I have it down and he gets me. You can think about day. You can think about day. A day in the dake. The water is blue and the birds are awake. Think and wonder. Wonder and think. How much water can 55 elephants drink? Whoa. I do wonder, how much water can 55 elephants drink? It's a lot of water. You can wonder, how long is the tail of a zong? Look at that. How long do you think that is? There are so many thinks that a thinker can think. Would you dare yank a tooth of the yinker think? Is it alive? Is it just a rock? A rinker think. And what would you do if you meet a jaboo? Oh, world, look at that. It looks almost invisible. What would you do if you met a jaboo? Especially at night. Oh, the thinks you can think. Think of Peter the postman, who crosses the ice once every day, and on Saturdays, twice. That looks a little dangerous. But you know, mail people are very dedicated. People have to get their mail now. Think. You can think any think you wish. Think a race on a horse on a ball with a fish on your head. Now, if you get over the finish line, I wonder if you can still win if the fish falls off your head. Think of light. Think of bright. Think of stairs in the night. Might be a little treacherous climbing those stairs at night. Think a ship. Think up a long trip. Go visit the Vipper. The Vipper. A Vip. Go visit. Look at that ship. Made a rhyme. And left. Think of left. And think about Beft. Why is it that Beft always go left? Is that right? And why is it that so many things go to the right? You can think about that until Saturday night, which is tomorrow. Not very long to think about it, you know. Think left and think right, and think low and think high. Oh, the thinks you can think up if only you try. The end. So I guess today is the day of really weird creatures in Dr. Seuss. The walk it in the pocket. Oh, the things you can think. Let's see what happens when the cat in the hat comes back. Let's see. Just to let you know, these are Random House books. This was no time for play. This was no time for fun. This was no time for games. There was work to be done. Whoa, look at that snow. For all of you older young ones, think the blizzard of 1996. Oh, wait a minute. All that deep, deep, deep snow, all that snow had to go. When our mother went down to the town for the day, she said, somebody has to clean all this away. Somebody has to, you see. Then she picked out 2 snowbodies, Sally and me. Who did you think she was going to pick? Well, there we were. We were working like that. And then who should come up but the cat in the hat? Oh, Sally said, don't you talk to that cat. That cat is a bad one, that cat in the hat. He plays lots of bad tricks. Don't let him come near. You know what he did the last time he was here. You better remember. Play tricks, laughed the cat. Oh, my, no. I just want to go in to get out of the snow. Keep your mind on your work. You just stay here, you two. I will go in the house and find something to do. Then that cat went right in. He was up to no good, so we ran in after as fast as we could. Gotta keep an eye on that cat. Do you know where I found him? You know where he was? He was eating a cake in the tub. Yes, he was. The hot water was on and the cold water too. I said to the cat, what a bad thing to do. But I like to eat cake in the tub, laughed the cat. You should try it sometime, laughed the cat as he sat. Oh boy. Oh, let's see. And then I got mad. This was no time for fun. I said, cat, you get out. There is work to be done. I have no time for tricks. I must go back and dig. I can't have you in here eating cake like a pig. You get out of this house. We don't want you about. Then I shut off the water and let it run out. Now, come on, cat. The water ran out, and then I saw the ring. A ring in the tub, and oh boy, what a thing! a big, long, pink cat ring. It looked like pink ink. And I said, will this ever come off? I don't think. Have no fear of that ring, laughed the cat in the hat. Why I can take cat rings off tubs just like that. Do you know how he did it? My mother's white dress. Now the tub was all clean, but her dress was a mess. Oh man. Now that spells trouble. Your mother's white dress? Then Sally looked in. Sally saw the dress too, and Sally and I didn't know what to do. We should work in the snow. But that dress, what a spot. It may never come off, Sally says. It may not. Oh boy. But that cat laughed. Oh, I can make the spot go. The way I make spots off dresses is, the way I take spots off dresses is just so. See here, laughed the cat. It's not hard at all. The thing that takes spots off a dress is a wall. Then we saw the cat wipe the spot off the dress. Now the dress was all clean, but the wall, what a mess. This cat. Oh, wall spots, he laughed. Let me tell you some news. To take spots off a wall, all I need is 2 shoes. What shoes did he use? I looked and saw whose. And I said to the cat, this is very bad news. Now the spot is all over Dad's $10 shoes. Oh. We just need this red spot to go away, friends. But your dad will not know about that, said the cat. He will never find out, laughed the cat in the hat. His $10 shoes will have no spots at all. I will rub them right off on this rug in the hall. But now we have rug spots, I yelled. What a day, rug spots. What's next? Can you take them away? Oh, goodness. We just need this red spot to go away. Don't ask me, he laughed. Why, you know that I can. Then he picked up the rug and away the cat ran. I can clean up these rug spots before you count to 3. No spots are too hard for a cat like me. What is this cat going to do? He ran into Dad's bedroom, and then the cat said, It is good that your dad has the right kind of bed. Then he shook the rug, crack, and now the bed had the spot. And all I could say was, now what, cat? Now what? It goes from the shoes to the bed to the rug. Oh. But the cat just stood still. He just looked at the bed. This is not the right kind of bed, the cat said. To take spots off this bed will be hard, said the cat. I can't do it alone, said the cat in the hat. Oh my goodness, what is he going to do? It is good to have someone to help me, he said. Right here in my hat on the top of my head. It is good that I have him here with me today. He helps me a lot. This is little cat A. What? I was thinking he was going to get the things. Now he has a little cat. Oh boy, 2 cats. And then little cat A took the hat off his head. It is good to have someone to help me, he said. This is little cat B, and I keep him about. And when I need help, then I let him come out. Oh, goodness. Two little cats. Does little cat B have a cat under his hat too? Oh, goodness. Oh, oh, goodness. And then B said, I think we need little cat C. That spot is too much for a cat and me. But now, have no fear, we will clean it away, the three of us, little cats B, C, and A. Oh, I spoke too soon. Three little cats. Come on, take it away, yelled little cat A. I will hit that old spot with this broom, do you see? It comes off the old bed. It goes on the TV. And then little cat B cleaned up the TV. He cleaned it with milk, put the spot in a pan, and then C blew it out of the house with a fan. What in the world? Oh, that cat in the hat. But look where it went, I said. Look where it blew. You blew the mess out of the house, that is true. But now you made snow spots. You can't let them stay. Let us think about that now, said C, B, and A. Well, they got to get rid of the snow anyway. So what are they going to do? With some help, we can do it, said little cat A. Oh no, oh no. Then, okay, we need some help. With some help, we can do it, said little cat C. Then pop on his head, we saw little cat D. And then pop, 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 little cats E, F, and G. We will clean up that snow. If it takes us all day, if it takes us all night, we will clean it away, said little cats G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. Oh my goodness. Now, and in all of this, where is the cat in the hat? They ran out of the house then, and we ran out too. And the big cat laughed. Now you will see something new. My cats are all clever. My cats are good shots. My cats have good guns. They will kill all these spots. But this did not look very clever to me. Kill snow spots with pop guns? That just could not be. What are the pop guns gonna do? Let's see. All this does is make more spots. We yelled at the cat. Your cats are no good. Put them back in your hat. Take your little cats G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. Put them back in your hat and you take them away. Oh no, said the cat. All they need is more help. Help is all they need. So keep still and don't yelp. Oh goodness, are there going to be more cats? Are there going to be more cats? Oh no. Then little cat G took his hat off his head. I have little cat H here to help us, he said. Little cats H, I, J, K, L, and M. But our work is so hard. We must have more than them. We need little cat N. We need O. We need P. We need little cats Q, R, S, T, U, and V. Oh, we got more cats. Come on, kill those spots, kill the mess, yelled the cats. and they jumped at the snow with long rakes and red bats. They put it in pails, and they made high pink hills, pink snowmen, pink snowballs, and little pink pills. But we're not getting rid of the snow, cats. What are we going to do? Oh, goodness. Oh, the things that they did, and they did them so hard. It was all one big spot now all over the yard. And the big cat stood there and he said, "This is good. This is what they should do." And I knew that they would. With a little more help, all the work will be done. They need one more cat, and I know just the one. Oh, goodness. Look close in my hand. I have little cat V, and on his head were cats W, X, Y, and Z. Z is too small to see, so don't try. You cannot. But Z is the cat who will clean up that spot. Oh my goodness. What is cat Z gonna do? Now here is the Z you can't see, said the cat. And I bet you can't guess what he has in his hat. Oh no, he has something called Voom. Voom is so hard to get. You never saw anything like it, I bet. Why, Voom cleans up anything, clean as can be. Then he yelled, "Take your hat off now, little cat Z. Take the Voom off your head. Make it clean up the snow. Hurry, you little cat. 1, 2, 3, go." Oh my goodness. Let's see what this Voom can do. And then the Voom. It went Voom. And oh boy, what a Voom. Now don't ask me what Voom is. I will never know. But boy, let me tell you, it does clean up snow. Wow. So you see, laughed the cat, now your snow is all white. Now your work is all done. Now your house is all right. And you know where my little cats are, said the cat. That Voom blew my little cats back in my hat. And so if you ever have a spot now and then, I will be happy to come here again. Wait a minute, I don't know about that, Mr. Cat. I don't know. Okay. And with little cats A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and O, and P, and Q, R, S, T, and cat U, and cat V, and little cats W, X, Y, and Z. The end. Oh, who would have thought such little cats could cause so much trouble? But that tiniest cat Z, he had what would fix the whole thing. The Voom. He lowered the Voom and got rid of the snow with a boom. Okay, see, now I feel like rhyming because I've been reading Dr. Seuss. So, hopefully, that has made you loosen up a little bit after a really tense week. Now, my friends, let us spark your imagination with some mystery. Who stole New Year's Eve? Now, in our first 2 chapters, we found out about the new neighbors. The new neighbors I'm sorry, let me remember their names. The Henrys. Okay. And Professor Henry is working on something kind of top secret at the university in the town. And they have moved on to Chickadee Court. And Alex went over and met their daughter. I'm sorry, let me remember her name. Let me see. Eve, yes. And it just so happens that Eve's birthday is on New Year's Day. And they are planning a party for her on New Year's Eve. And the kids on Chickadee Court are very excited because there's never anything for kids to do on New Year's Eve. Only the adults get to have fun and have parties and hang out with each other. They have to go to bed. But they are going to get to go to a party if Eve's parents have it. But unfortunately, Yasmin's dad, Mr. Pop, who also works at the university, does not get along with Professor Henry. So at the annual 12 Days of Christmas party, they get into an argument and Mr. Henry storms out. And after that, all the people are getting ready to leave because they're like, it's kind of tense in here. But Jensen is like, no, everything's fine. Why don't we just start the display early for the people who are outside and the people at the party? And the lights come on, the music of the 12 Days of Christmas comes on, and Yasmin is singing and sounds terrible, even though she's been taking singing lessons so she can sing in the church choir. And what happens? Eve starts laughing hysterically because she just couldn't hold it in anymore. And Yasmin is mad. So, how is that going to have a bearing on her, Yasmin, and Alex's friendship while he is becoming friends with Eve? What is the top secret thing that Professor Henry is working on? Also, who was the strange person, the other professor who works at the university, Mr. Olivo? Who is he? He had something to do with the argument too. We're on chapter 3 today. Chapter 3, my friends, of Who Stole New Year's Eve. Also, one other tidbit. Alex's mom has been working late. Is there something else going on in the town? We'll find out. Chapter 3. I got home a few minutes later. Mom was there already, sitting in the recliner in the den. She had a book on her tummy and her eyes were closed. I said, "Hello," and she jumped. "You were asleep," I said. "Guilty as charged," she said. "What time is it? Where's your dad? Was the party fun?" Whoa, I can't answer so many questions at once. Try, Mom said. Okay, I thought back. It's around 8:30. Dad is helping the Jensens clean up. No, it was not a fun party. Singing lessons aren't helping Yasmin. I tried to find out what big idea Professor Henry has, but I couldn't. Mom's eyes were blinking for a while, and now her chin dropped down to her chest. Meanwhile, Luau came in, jumped up on the arm of the recliner, butted Mom in the face, and looked at me. "This one's out cold, Alex. You know, she works too hard." I know, I petted my cat. And he arched his back. "Mom, wake up. You need to go upstairs so you can go to sleep." Asleep," she mumbled. Luckily, I heard a noise in the front hall. Dad had come home. "Dad, come in here and deal with Mom, would you?" Dad looked at her and shook his head. Noreen, Noreen, Noreen. I thought we agreed at Thanksgiving. You're supposed to stop working so hard. And now there are those tips they're getting at the police department, too, I said. What do you suppose they're about? Mom mumbled in her sleep. It was hard to understand the words. Something with lots of us. Then her eyes blinked open. Oh, hi. I wasn't talking in my sleep again, was I? The next day was Sunday. When I got downstairs, Dad was sitting at the dining room table with our newspaper, the Middle Daily Times. Take a look at this. He held up the front page, and I saw that my friend Tim Roberts, he's a reporter, had succeeded where Sophie and I had failed. Green power revolution imminent, scientist claims. New professor calls gasoline a game changer. College expects billions. Critics call idea overhyped. By Tim Roberts. College Springs. Gasoline, brainchild of the college's newest faculty member, Tom Henry, is the fuel of the future, an inexpensive green power source for motor vehicles and electric generators, proponents say. Once in mass production, the clean burning biofuel is expected to replace traditional fossil fuels like oil, coal, and natural gas. Furthermore, gasoline has the potential to boost the regional economy while also yielding big profits for the college, Henry himself, and investors. Professor Tom Henry left a well-known California university to take his current post. To lure him to Pennsylvania, college officials reportedly offered him a pay package worthy of a football coach, a well-equipped and spacious laboratory complex, and an abundance of graduate students and researchers. Interviewed this week at the lab, located on the north side of the campus beyond the stadium, Henry said his new biofuel is game-changing technology. Making fuel out of lawn clippings eliminates the environmental damage done by extracting oil, coal, and gas, Henry said. Likewise, the supply of fossil fuels is limited, whereas gasoline is always renewable. Gasoline also burns clean, limiting carbon emissions and associated atmospheric harm. Obviously, Henry concluded, the benefits of my research for mankind and the earth will be enormous. To make gasoline, Henry and his team use a combination of chemicals to break down the cell structure of the lawn clippings. The resulting slurry is then heated and steam condensed into a flammable liquid, gasoline. Henry acknowledged that challenges remain. At present, for example, it takes more energy to produce gasoline than gasoline itself delivers. The missing ingredient? An inexpensive agent for catalyzing cellular breakdown. Asked about the difficulty of finding such an agent, Henry refused to go into specifics, saying only, "We daily expect the breakthrough we need. And such a breakthrough can't come too quickly. Competing teams at other universities are working on similar projects. The team that gets its biofuel to the marketplace first is the team that will reap the rewards." While many college officials applaud Henry and his work, the professor does have his critics. Among them is Enzo Olivo, director of the college's Fossil Fuels Institute. Olivo believes that any effective catalyzing agent for the manufacturing process would also be impractical. The only chemical agents with the potential to serve my esteemed colleagues' purposes are extremely volatile, Olivo said. While the dream of an economical, renewable energy is dear to all of us, gasoline is only pie in the sky. Pie in the sky, I said when I finished reading. What's that? Dad grinned. A great name for my new business. What do you think? It's better than parakeet's pies, I said. But what does this Enzo Olivo guy mean? Oh, wasn't he the one with the beard at the party last night? Dad nodded. He was there. Ugh, excuse me. Had a sneeze. He was there arguing with Professor Henry. And what pie in the sky means is too good to be true. I looked at the story again, then asked Dad for help understanding the tricky parts. In the end, I got the basic idea. Professor Henry was working on a way to manufacture gas out of lawn clippings. It would be good for the environment and also make lots of people rich, including Professor Henry. But there was one ingredient still missing in the manufacturing process, and he and his team had to hurry up and find it. I only have one more question, I said. What's volatile? Might blow up, Dad said. Yikes, I said. I hope the Henrys didn't bring anything volatile with them from California. Chapter 4. After breakfast, I did my chores, washed dishes, swept the kitchen floor, and took out the trash. Then I played video games till it was time for my friend Russell's birthday party, which was at his house this year. I wanted to get him a gift card, but Mom said that was impersonal, so I got him a mini football instead. Everyone else got him a gift card. Russell only lives a couple of blocks from my house, so I walked there. On the way home, I noticed that someone had shoveled the snow in front of the house that's under construction on Groundhog Boulevard. Even though it was started like 2 years ago, there are only walls and a roof made out of blue plastic, no doors or windows. Dad says the people who were building it ran out of money. Sometimes teenagers sneak in, and Mom or Officer Christials has to go scare them away. I had only been home long enough to take off my gloves, coat, and boots when the doorbell rang. It was Eve, and she had Marshmallow behind her on a leash. In her hand was a white envelope with my name on it. Is it a party invitation? Cool. Hey, come in if you want. I opened the card. It was black and silver and gold. On the front was a picture of a cake and a glass of fizzy punch. It looked very grown up, just like the date, December 31st, New Year's Eve. I had never gotten a party invitation for New Year's Eve before. I was psyched. We were still in the hall when Luau appeared, saw Eve's dog, and immediately did his best imitation of a haunted house cat, arched back, showed his teeth, and said, "Tss." Then he went back to normal, looked at me, and blinked, meaning, scary, huh? Ease up on him, would ya? I said to Luau. Meanwhile, Marshmallow was behind Eve's snow boots, whining, "Help! Big orange dude gonna get me." No, he won't, I assured the dog. His hiss is worse than his bite. Eve looked at Luau, then Marshmallow, then me. You talk to dogs too? Wait, did I? Till then, I had only talked to Luau, and that was because the two of us grew up together. We were even born the same day. But thinking about it, I remembered I had understood Marshmallow at the Henry's house the day before when he said, "How can something be bad if it tastes good?" I didn't want to lie to Eve, but I didn't want to tell the whole truth either. I mean, if you met some person who claimed he talked to animals and his name wasn't Dr. Dolittle, wouldn't you be a little freaked out? So what I said was, "Seriously?" Which didn't mean anything. Then I changed the subject. Who else are you inviting? Pretty much everybody older than fifth grade, Eve said. But I guess Yasmin isn't allowed to go. Probably she wouldn't want to anyway after I laughed at her last night. I feel really bad about it. Did you take her an invitation? I said. Eve nodded. I dropped off one. Her little brother took it. What's his name? Jeremiah? Anyway, nobody in that family likes me. He never even smiled. That doesn't mean anything with Jeremiah, I said. It's just how his face works. Jeremiah worries all the time. Whatever, Eve sighed. But I feel like where we lived in California, everybody liked my family. And here already people hate us. That article in the paper today didn't help. It made us sound rich and snooty. My dad, at least. I know you're not, I said. I know you're normal. Yeah? Eve looked hopeful. And that Sophie girl, she's a little different, but she seems friendly. I nodded. Yeah, different and friendly pretty much sums up Sophie. Anyway, your party will give you a chance to show everybody how nice and normal you are, right? Trust me, things are going to work out just fine. Well, my friends, we will. Oh, wait a minute. I wish I had more time. Just looking at chapter 5, I'm like, what does this mean? Okay. But I won't read it. I promise. I will not read ahead of you all. I won't. I promise. I promise. Okay. Well, my friends, I'm so glad I got to be here with you on this fabulous FRI-YAY. Had some silly stories from Dr. Seuss and got to get a little deeper into who stole New Year's Eve. So apparently, Dr. Henry is coming up with a new fuel, and he needs this new secret ingredient that will make it all work. But we don't know what the secret ingredient is, and I bet you all those other schools are trying to find it too. I wonder if Mr. Olivo is trying to find out what that secret ingredient is. And we still have to find out, what are these tips that Alex's mom is getting at the police station? What are these tips? Well, it seems like the College Springs Police Department is going to be busy again, trying to find out a whole lot of clues to more than one mystery. Well, my friends, it has been wonderful to be here with you on this first FRI-YAY of the new year 2021. So glad to offer you some silly stories to help you loosen up from a kind of weird week and to get your imagination going on some other mysteries, especially the mystery going on Chickadee Court. Well, my friends, it is the end and we did it again. Got through another 4-book broadcast. Got through another one. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. We got through another 4-book broadcast. With all of that being said, my friends, have a great, wonderful, restful, peaceful, fun weekend. And I will see you right back here on a marvelous Monday, right here on Miss Hope's Reading Hour. Until then, my friends, I will see you next time.